just got. Who do you need, Davey? I got his last game.
All right. Here we are at Dwyer Stadium. The Batavia Muckdogs taking on the Olean Oilers in a doubleheader today. Beautiful Sunday afternoon. Happy Father's Day, one and all. So we are treated to not one but two games, 7 innings each, between the Batavia Muckdogs 10-3 and the Olean Oilers at 7-7. He'll be starting in just a second, but again, before we get too far into things, again, my name is Grayson Natale. Alongside me, color commentator Jarrett Campbell. And as always, the first question I ask, Jarrett, how you doing today? And you excited for some baseball?
I'm really excited for some baseball. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Yesterday, we watched the Niagara Falls Americans have a really tough outing yesterday against the Niagara Falls Americans, 14-4. Nothing really went their way. They had a lot of unlucky kind of situations. Threw some bullpen arms that probably won't pitch today. Today, we are going to see a fresh new team, hopefully, to get back in that winning streak again. They are in first still, but they need to start capturing at least both of these games to keep this season going, and they can have control of first place as the season goes on.
We'll see if anything changes. But right now, we'll look over at the lineups to see who will be starting in the first game of this doubleheader. Again, your starting lineup is brought to you by Tompkins Bank of Castile. Here we go. The starting three for the Batavia Muckdogs, that's going to be Jalen David, Evan Brock, and Jackson Inman. On the other side, for the Oilers, that's going to be Connor O'Mara, Thomas Bates, and Denny Martin. The next starting four for the Muckdogs in the batting order, Glenn Brooks, Cooper Romick, James Quintero, and Miles Manel. Next four on the other side, Antonio Cordio, Aiden Willard, Derek Stott, and Brady Smith. And the final three, Jeremy Ramos, Braden Redmond, and Brian Johnson. And for the Oilers, Will Watson, Matt Buffalo, and Connor Vercoloni. And on the mound for the Batavia Muckdogs, Mason Davey. On the other side for the Oilers, that's going to be Carrick Ryan. Opening things up for tonight's first game.
Yeah, Grayson, right now, they just struggled yesterday. They couldn't get the bats going today. Hopefully today, they're going to hopefully get the bats going early. They got a lot of new hitters that haven't played in a while, that being Brian Johnson, Braden Redmond. These are two players that haven't really played in a while, but they're looking to play today, and hopefully a doubleheader where we might see everybody play today. You never know. It's 2 7-inning games, and you just had a game yesterday closing out, I believe, a 13-game streak that did have some cancellations, but they played a lot of baseball these past few days, and luckily tomorrow they get their day off. So you can use everyone's available in this doubleheader right now.
There's a lot going on, and there's, like you said, in terms of bullpen, you got to think about this one safely because this game was not scheduled, at least the second one wasn't scheduled until just only a few days ago, that being the 19th. So very sudden for this game to be played. Just a last-minute decision, given the fact that we only traveled to Olean once more going into late July. We already had the first postponed game, and then the second one got postponed, and they decided to bring it here. That game is still to be determined if we'll make it up later in the season. But for now, one of them away and brought it with us back to Dwyer Stadium. But again, those last-minute changes, it's going to change how you approach bullpen, and I think we saw that yesterday, and that's going to influence today's bullpen. But nonetheless, that's enough about the bullpen. If we look at hitting as well, just a lot of things that are going so far leaning heavily for Batavia's favor. In terms of hitting, their batting average of .301 is third within the conference, and they're tied fourth for home runs at sixth. So they know what they're doing, and it's due to a few guys who lead the pack. One of the most notable names, Evan Brock, batting a .486. Glenn Brooks of 419. You can't forget about Jackson Inman. Only 22 at-bats so far, but in those 22 at-bats, still batting a 5.45.
Right, and right now, yesterday, they just could not get those lead runners on base to have those scoring kind of situations. Jalen David didn't hit well. Same with Evan Brock. He lost his hitting streak yesterday in that game against Niagara. But their identity is to get runners on base, whether it's walks or nice hits, get stolen bags where you can get runners in scoring position. And then you get those big hitters. Obviously, we talk about Evan Brock. We talk about Glenn Brooks. Those are the guys that you usually want hitting with runners in scoring position, as they are usually the people that cash in the runs.
We'll see if they're able to cash in today. Again, they put up their lowest scoring total of the season, only 4 yesterday in their 15-4 loss in 7 innings against Niagara Falls Americans just yesterday in Niagara. But 4, they had scored 5, which was also against the Niagara Falls Americans dating back to June 5th, where they won 5-4. But since then, they were in double digits for, I believe it was 5 straight games, of double digits, and then they were held to 6 runs in back-to-back versus Auburn and Niagara Falls Americans, where they hosted them just the day prior, 2 days ago, here at home. So a little bit of a hiccup in that stretch, but still, you got to think like a goldfish. We say this all the time, is if something bad happens, you got to get rid of it. Think about it shortly and move on.
Yeah, but you can also say like the rain was a big factor, as right now we got a beautiful day for baseball, and now we got to cut it out right now as we get ready for the national anthem.
We'll be back in a second.
Turn it up, baby! Feel it on 3, 1, 2, 3! Let's go!
Baseball just moments away. Before that, we'll look at the starting defensive lineup. The players out there for Batavia Muckdogs. They're wearing black today. Mason Davey, starting pitcher. Cooper Romick over at catcher. Braden Redmond at first. Evan Brock at second. Miles Manell at short. And Jackson Inman at third. For your outfield, Brian Johnson in left. Glenn Brooks center. And Jalen David at right. So with that for your defense, again, letting up 15 runs, they're going to look to improve upon that mark. That's the highest total as well that they've allowed. That's just surpassing the Geneva Red Wings game, where the final score was 16-14.
And Grayson, right now, Mason Davey is on the mound. The last time that he actually started a game was all the way back in June 5th against the Niagara Falls Americans, where you mentioned that 5-4 game. He pitched in 5 innings. He only had 2 hits with 0 earned runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Now, he also had some bullpen sessions in a few of these games, but he's hoping to continue that start streak that he had all the way back in June 5th to hopefully get the Batavia Muckdogs going off strong. And they got to follow what they've done before they had their winning streak. They had runs get scored early that had less stress on their pitchers for them to get the job done. They got to hope to find that today against the Olean Oilers.
They do have to hope that. Starting things off in the lineup for the Olean Oilers will be Connor Armara. So we're just seconds away from getting things going here. Here we go. Baseball is back at Dwyer Stadium. Let's play ball. The first pitch from Davey shows bunt from O'Mara. Pulls it back outside for ball 1. 1-0 count.
And Grayson O'Mara has played in 7 games. He started in 5 with 18 at-bats with a 2.22 average with 4 hits, all being singles.
High towards center, called off by Glenn Brooks. And he's able to get underneath it for the first out. So just like that, Muckdogs defense, again, 27 outs, only 7 innings, so you're only playing to 21 outs, but the first out is already recorded. Thomas Bates, second baseman, number 20, he's up to bat for the Oilers.
Grayson Bates has played in 11 games. He started in 11, 4.17 batting average. He's got the best average on the team. 36 at-bats with 15 hits, 2 doubles, a triple, and 8 RBIs.
That's strike 1 against Bates. 0-1 pitch incoming, courtesy of Davey. He'll deliver. And that's sent high into foul territory. Will someone be able to get underneath it? It does land. A little miscommunication between first baseman Braden Redmond and catcher Cooper Romick. I think Braden stepped off a little, letting Romick get to it, but that one out of his range. It falls harmlessly, but 0-2 count.
W now got 0-2 count here early. I would 100% say attack him, get that early strikeout in the game, shift the momentum early in the Muckdogs' favor.
Well, the 0-2 pitch, strike 3, so right on cue, Jarrett delivers a heater towards the right side of the frame, and that's strike 2. Or out 2, strike 3. Fresh count incoming for Denny Martin, number 32, first base. The Oilers. And that one, the pitch sent right through the pipe, 0-1. The 0-1, that's upstairs, 1-1.
Grayson Martin's one of the new players on this team. He's only played in 2 games. He started in 1. He's had 6 at-bats with 2 hits. That's a 3.33 average with a triple and 4 RBIs.
Swing and a miss. That's 1-2. So the 1-2 delivery to Martin. We'll see if it's 3 up, 3 down. Swing and miss, drop strike 3, the throw to first in time. So the saying, not cursed, 3 up, 3 down. The Batavia defense taking care of things early in the first inning. To the bottom of the first, they look to get the bats hot and ready. We'll see if they do so in just a second.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Who are you?
Fans, if you get hit with a foul ball, don't call our insurance.
Why is no one doing anything?
Call UMMC at Rochester Medical Center for help.
Should have called him.
Bottom of the first. We'll take a look at the away defense. And there we go. Starting things off, Carrick Ryan on the mound. At catcher, that's going to be 52, Antonio Cordiero. Denny Martin, excuse me, at first. Thomas Bates at second. Shortstop, Connor O'Mara. Third base, Matt Buffalo. Left fielder is Aiden Willard. Center, Connor Vercoloni. And at right, rounding things out, Will Watson. So we'll see how Carrick Ryan deals in the bottom of the first. Jalen David, number 50, right field position today. Strike one on a pitch towards the outside box.
Grayson, Carrick Ryan has played in 3 games. He's won a game with 3 ERA, 9 innings pitched, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 12 strikeouts.
Fouled off, 0-2. It's 2 pitches that's favoring right part of the plate from Ryan. We'll see if he changes that here. We'll see if David reads him like a book. No, too high. 1-2. Set high foul. Rinse and repeat. 1-2.
Grayson, right now, Jalen David, before this pitch, he's had a 341 average in 12 games, 41 at-bats, 16 hits, double, triple, and 8 RBIs.
Swing and a miss, and that's a strikeout. Start off for Carrick Ryan. Now up, number 11, second baseman, Evan Brock. Again, Mr. Reliable. They're coming into this week leading the league in batting average.
He was also second in RBIs. I think he passed him.
Fouled off for the first pitch, 0-1. Came in leading with a 5.15. Since then, a little bit of a dip, but nothing too extreme or to scare anyone off. He's still batting a 4.86. Fouled off once more. Oh, 2 now. That one's driven to right field. But able to get underneath it is the right fielder, number 15, Will Watson, for the second out. Jackson Inman, number 2, third base. He's taking a bit of a comfortable spot over there at third base. He's been stationed quite often in the past few games. Hold down the fort over there on the left side. And so far, it's working well.
Yep, Grayson with 7 games with 7 starts. He's got a 5.45 average with 22 at-bats, 12 of them being hits, a double, a home run, and 11 RBIs so far this season.
Ball 1, a 1-0 count. That's strike 2, 1-1. Driven foul over to the left side, 1-2. Speaking of the 4, in terms of fielding, he's got a perfect fielding percentage of 1. Just solid 1. I like delivering that line as 1 instead of perfect, but well, 1.000. He's done well over at third base in his time, but the 1-2 fouled off once more. Rinse and repeat. So we've quickly lost multiple baseballs already.
He got him, tried to get him with a little off speed there, and of course Jackson Inman was on it very early. I would guess we might see a fastball here, maybe try to get it back by him.
And he got the heater, but that one, ball 2. And that's down low for ball 3, 3-2 off the dirt. Full count. The payoff. Driven, sent back to Ryan, and that's going to leak out to center field. That's a single for Inman. So what we always said with Inman about his short sample size, he's making sure those numbers don't be dropping anytime soon. His batting average still leading the team with at least 10 at-bats or more. Could also say that to 20. That would now be his 23rd at-bat. And he finishes it off with a single. Number 20, center fielder Glenn Brooks, takes the first pitch for a inside strike 1.
Grayson, Glenn Brooks is the only person on the team that has played all 13 games. He started in 12 of them, 43 at-bats, 18 hits, a 4.19 average, 2 doubles, 2 triples, 2 home runs, and 12 RBIs. Like we always say every day, you can't forget about those wheels that he has with 15 stolen bags.
Swing and a miss on a ball hanging towards the outside. 0-2 count for Glenn Brooks. Driven foul. Got a good piece of that, but over towards the bullpen for the Oilers. 0-2 again. Oh-2 from Ryan. Down in the dirt. 1-2. Completely opposite weather conditions from Niagara Falls Americans. I'll hold off on saying anything more with the 1-2 incoming. Pickoff attempt here, and now maybe a pickle. They got Inman out, caught stealing. That brings an end to the top of the first. Your score 0-0. 1 inning down. Again, 6 more to go. 7-inning games with the doubleheaders. So it's about making the most of it with what you got for both these teams. Heading to the top of the second, we'll see the Oilers can make the most of what they've got going. But we're not going to step off the air. We're going to make up for what we missed in a shortened pregame. For the home defense, of course, being your Batavia Muckdogs, we're going to look on the mound. These were the stats coming in today, not just that 1 inning including, but Mason Davey. He's from Genesee Community College, a freshman, hometown of Rochester, New York. Right-handed pitcher standing at 6 foot 190 pounds. So far in the season, he's got a nice 2.45 ERA. Hits only allowed 4, 2 runs, both of those being earned, completing 7 1/3 inning with 7 strikeouts. You can't forget he's already added 2 more onto that total just today.
Yeah, Grayson, he's got a really good fastball. It's got some good speed on it. He's got very good off speed. Right-handed pitcher, so it's going to come from the inside corner to the outside. He's very aggressive in terms of his pitches. Right now, he's getting very early in these counts with 0-2 and 1-2s, and he can just attack these batters early. And you got to get these strikeouts early, especially in this 2-game series tonight, as you just got to get the job quickly done, so you don't have to worry about bullpen being issued in your first game and save them for your second game.
You said the bullpen is going to be a test. Luckily for them, it's not 2 9-inning games. It's only 7, but still, that's a whole extra 5 innings coming into a normal day of baseball. But nothing's normal. The Batavia Muckdogs aren't up just yet, but I'm pretty sure we'll get there. Starting things off for the top of the second for the Olean Oilers, Antonio Cordio. The first pitch is ball 1. Driven to second. Evan Brock isn't able to get up high enough, and that's a single. Leadoff single for Cordio. Aiden Willard, number 26 left fielder. He's now up to bat. He's got 1 man on. The first hit for the Oilers, courtesy of Cordio.
Grayson Willard has a .231 batting average in 6 games. He's started in 3 of those. With 13 at-bats, he's gotten 3 hits, 2 of them being triples. He's got 2 RBIs so far this season.
Pickoff attempt, no good. Willard had strike 1 off the first pitch. The second pitch, again, right-handed pitcher Davies going to have to look over the shoulder. He delivers home. Heater on the inside, able to find its way into the frame. 0-2. We're having some action on that one. Pitch came in. Able to hang right over that inside line. Goes for it again. Evan Brock able to scoop it. The throw to first in time. So an out on the fielder's choice. Now does advance Cordio to second, but 1 out. Derek Stott, number 23, position as the designated hitter. Fresh count for him. Stare down at second. Evan Brock decides not to cover. Too high upstairs. 1-0 count.
Derek Stott has played in 11 games, started in 6. He's got a .310 batting average, 29 at-bats, 9 hits, a double, a triple. He's got 16 RBIs. That is the leader on this Olean Oilers team.
Ball outside for Stott. Moves the count 2-0. Mason Davey. We'll see if he tries to do another pickoff. No. Sends it home and it's swing and a miss. 2-1. Trying to get back in the count. Thing is, for Mason Davey, we did see him appear a few times after a few out-of-conference play with the Buffalo Diesel. Fouled off. 2-2 now. Those games with the Buffalo Diesel, we saw him make an appearance at the plate. He was surprisingly very effective. I don't know why I should be surprised. Baseball players are baseball players. If they can play two-way, they can play two-way, and definitely was doing all right, batting a .333 in his 3 plate appearances. And that's strike 3. Down in the lower right, able to send Stott home looking. Brady Smith, for 31, your extra hitter. He was quite effective, though. Can't take that away from him. He did have 1 hit, 1 run, 1 RBI. So, I mean, again, very small sample size, but at the same time, when you can do it both ways, you can do it both ways.
Grayson right now, he's pitching right now, and he's got 3 strikeouts already. This is what we saw the Oilers do in the winning streak before. Pitchers would start off strong early, and then the bats would carry into the game.
Step off from Davey. Cooper Romick coming out. One-0 count. Stare down at second. Delivers home. It's too high inside. 2-0. And then Brock trying to get a signal. Nothing. Inside 3-0. Brady Smith, leader on the team, or second on the team in batting average, .368. Sees the 3-0 pitch, and it's strike 1.
Yep, he's got 19 at-bats. He's gotten 7 hits, and all of them being, well, he has had 2 doubles and 1 RBI so far in the season.
The 3-1 pitch. Driven. We'll see if that stays fair. No, that's foul. 3-2 over in right field. It's foul. So full count, able to fight back down with a 3-0 count. A payoff pitch. He does this, either back to the dugout for him and his crew, or another batter, which would be number 15, Will Watson. But the payoff. Swing and a miss, and it's the latter.
4th strikeout for the day for Mason Davey. He's starting this game off strong.
You're right, 4 strikeouts already. That's 3 outs for the top of the second, the bottom of the second, right around the corner in this doubleheader set of games we've got going. Again, only 7 innings for these 2 matchups. Second game will be preceded by the first after a 30-minute break. And, of course, we'll have to come off the air, then on the air for another broadcast if you'd like to view that one. So this broadcast won't be resuming for both. It will be 2 separate broadcasts, 7 innings, 2 games, plenty of baseball to be played. To the bottom of the second, here we go. We'll be back in a second.
I'll take 1 million beers, please.
Nah, man, we don't have that. Here, try this.
What's this?
This is beer from Eli Fish, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
That's unbelievable. Thank you.
No problem, man.
I have what he had.
Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome to the YMCA. Let me show you around. They have free weights and machines here at their state-of-the-art gym. They also have open courts here. And after
After all those activities, you can come to the pool and cool off.
Remember, folks, you can find all these activities here at Glow YMCA, Genesee County Branch.
Leading things off for the bottom of the second. Number 20, Glenn Brooks, center fielder. He's back up. I know we saw him a little bit. We kind of got a preview of his first plate appearance, really. Jackson Inman being thrown out, caught stealing, ended things up. So Glenn Brooks gets to basically go back in time and redo everything. 0-1 count, though, for Glenn Brooks. The 0-1 pitch gets in the picture frame. 0-2. That one came sinking in. Glenn Brooks steps out of the box, and he's ready for the 0-2. And that's fouled off. So again, 0-0 for both these teams. Both teams only recording one hit. Thing is about 7-inning games is everything just feels so much more important. Instead of 27 outs, only 21. You miss out on a guaranteed at least 6 more at bats. So it's just really about making the most of what you're given. Every at bat has a little more weight. We'll see if these players can handle the extra weight that they're carrying. These bats, a ball outside, the opposite batter's box, 1-2.
And Grayson, another big thing to think about is pitching on the other side. We talk about like batting in terms of like 21 outs, but pitching, it's also 21 outs, but it's also with more runners in scoring position situations.
Driven to right field and able to get underneath it. Go ahead, Jarrett.
Yeah, so when you have more runners in scoring position, and runs get scored, you have less time to try to get back to this game. So you might not be as patient with your pitchers if there's runners in scoring position, especially with these 2 games. But you also, again, it's 2 games. You are going to see maybe more bullpen arms used in these 2 games and maybe changes of the lineups. So you'll see new trends in these kind of games.
We'll see what trends catch fire. But right now, 1 out. Now up 47, Cooper Romick. Able to catch the outside, framing a 1 for Romick. Again, on that play from the flyout from Glenn Brooks over to right field was Will Watson. Delivery from Ryan, driven to left. We'll see if it stays in play. It looks to be foul, but able to hang on to it. No, he didn't. Did he? No, he didn't. Okay, I had to make sure.
Nah, that
Or
ball.
wait,
Yep,
he
that ball
did.
hit.
Wow, through the fencing, able to. No, he didn't. See?
Yeah, he didn't get it. It hit
Okay,
off
I
the,
thought you were saying no, but yeah.
Nah, it hit
my
off
bad.
the fence. It hit off the fence.
0-2. Okay. Ran into the fence. Had a good shot at it, but just clanged it to the fence. Couldn't really see it with my eyesight in the sun.
I think he just wasn't sure if the ball was still going to be in play in that situation.
Put his body on the line, but nonetheless, 0-2 outside, 1-2 now. On that attempt at the play was left fielder Aiden Willard. Had a little collision, a little brief embrace. The extended fencing over in foul territory. 1-2 for Romick. And that's sky high to center. Looks like he's got plenty of time to get underneath and locate it, and yes, he does. That's number 45, Connor Bercoloni on the play. 2 outs for the Olean Oilers. Number 16, James Quintero, designated hitter today. Usually seen him only position at first base, but today takes on the role of swinging the bat and only swinging the bat.
Yep, Grayson, he's played in 8 games. He's started in 8. He's got a 3.33 average, 24 at-bats, 8 of them being hits. He's got a double, a home run, and 3 RBIs so far in the season.
Ball outside, 1-0. Another one that just sinks right into the frame. 1-1. Comes over top. Able to get them the lullaby in. Right now, the Muckdogs haven't been able to find those ones just yet. Time up with them. Outside, down low towards the dirt, 2-1. Another one outside, 3-1. Blocked down by the catcher. Two-out situation. 3-1 count for Quintero. No one on. Delivery from Ryan. Ooh. Dismay from the entirety of the fans in front of us. That one hanging towards the edge of the glass pane, but called strike 2. Full count payoff. Sent to the second baseman. He's able to stay in front of it, scoop it, and get the out. Third out. Brings an end to the second inning. No one scored just yet. It's all tied at 0s for the top of the third. We'll stay on air for this one. Once more, we'll take a look at the standings. So the Batavia Muckdogs, even after an end to their 8-game win streak, they're now 10-3. They still sit in first place, winning percentage of .769. Auburn Doubledays, they're still in second, 9-4. Jamestown Tarp Skunks, 11-5. Elmira Pioneers, 7-5. The Olean Oilers, 7-7. Niagara Falls Americans, they're 7-8. Niagara Ironbacks, 6-8. Geneva Red Wings, they've got a little bit of flame under them. They've got 2 straight. They're 3-10 after not an ideal start to their season. They were just 1-10, or even dropped down to 1-8. I believe they were losing 8 straight, if I'm correct, or 9 straight. Correct me on that if I'm wrong. But Newark Pilots at 1-11 and last at 9th. So right now, not too much of shakeup. We see a little shakeup between 4 and 6 between the Pioneers and Oilers and the Americans every time we seem to look at the standings. But Batavia, after that later half of their win streak, they jumped straight up to first. They have a Jamestown only being 1.5 games behind, and the Doubledays being 2 games behind based off how many games they've played. But Jamestown, they're in a slump, and they need to get that fixed up real fast if they want to stay on the tail of the Muckdogs.
Yeah, so has Auburn. And another thing that very interesting me right now is the 4, 5, 6 slot where you have the Elmira Pioneers, the Olean Oilers, and the Niagara Falls Americans. Yesterday or 2 days ago, when the first time the Batavia Muckdogs played Niagara Falls Americans, they lost their winning streak. It was a winning streak of 3 games. But then yesterday, they won their game, hoping to build up another winning streak right now. Elmira has been taking some games against the Jamestown Tarp Skunks and the Auburn Doubledays, trying to keep their lead in 4th, but Olean and Niagara Falls Americans are on their tail as Davey threw the first pitch, bunt attempt, but it was called a ball.
Pulled back, ball 1, 1-0 count. That's number 15, right fielder Will Watson in the box. Davey on the delivery. That's driven to Glenn Brooks, and he's able to get off the blocks, get moving, get underneath it. That's the first out. The top of the third. 1 out now. Now in for the Oilers, number 5, third baseman Matt Buffalo. Buffalo. Excuse me. I'm used to my New York, or upstate New York city names. Able to get that one driven to the outside. Stays in frame. 0-1.
I'm also so used to saying Buffalo. I'm going to be honest, in these 2 games, I might mistake his name saying Buffalo because you say it so many times here in this area.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah, it's interesting. 1-1. from Buffalo. That's outside. Now I'm going to start saying it like with a weird accent. It's going to interfere, but that's outside 2-1.
As long as you remember how to do it, makes it sound better. Makes it sound cool.
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
All right, that's enough of his name saying 2-1. Swing and a miss, fouled off. Able to make some contact. Some contact with the ball, driven into the dirt. 2-2. The 2-2 from Davey. Woo! Strike 3. Didn't get the bat off the shoulders for that. And now the bottom of the batting order for the Oilers, number 45, center fielder Connor Vercoloni.
Yep, Vercoloni has played in 10 games. He started in 9. He's got a 120 batting average, 25 at-bats, 3 hits, 3 of them being doubles, and he's got 4 RBIs so far.
Swing and a miss for the first pitch. Got underneath it, but missed it at the same time, 0-1. Whoa. That's 1-1, I guess.
Yep, I would have probably called that a strike too, as Davey set for the third pitch.
Inside down towards the dirt, 2-1. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
There's still a lot of baseball left to go. We got 2 games today, so we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it's just a mistake.
The 2-1. And ball 3-1.
That one he tried to frame it. It was a little low. That one he tried to frame it to get the call for
Slightly
it.
down. I would say not the basement, but on the basement stairs. Maybe like on the landing. The 3-1. That one's too low. Ball 4. Connor Vercoloni will stand on first with a walk. Now the leadoff man for the Oilers in the batting lineup is number 7. He's 0-1, fly out in his first situation at the plate, Connor O'Mara. Stare down over at first. Fouled off. 0-1.
Yep, that pitch hit the bat. Thought it hit him in the hand, but umpire made the call, though. Foul ball. 0-1 count. Got a lifeline right there.
I didn't even really, think about that twice. I heard the little clank of wood against ball. That one, not to the umpire's liking, 1-1. Slightly on the upstairs landing. That's my new, just if it's slightly too high, just immovable. I'm going to call it on the landing of either upstairs or downstairs. And no landing here. That's in the zone on the first floor. 1-2. One-two pitch. One runner on over at first for Coloni following the walk. Mara. Runner's going. Driven foul. He's going to have to jog on back. 1-2. Rinse and repeat. Pickoff attempt at first. Nothing. Got able to get back in time. Riccoloni. So no change. Still 1-2. 2 outs. The 1-2. Driven towards Brock. He's able to scoop it off 2 hops. And that's an out. Put out courtesy of Evan Brock. On the fielder's choice. Brings an end to the top of the third, bottom of the third, and just second after this commercial break.
I'd like to withdraw some Muckdogs, please.
Muckbox?
Realistically, I can't withdraw Muckdogs here. But what I can do is do all my banking through Tompkins Bank, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs. I gotta get back to picking up my Muckdogs.
Here in Batavia, hard work and community goes hand in hand. That's why the Batavia Muckdogs are a proud partner with Farm Credit East, helping support the people of Western New York grow.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Bottom of the third, but before anything gets going, remind you on our social media that this season you can connect with the Batavia Muckdogs like never before with exclusive and behind-the-scenes content on all social media platforms. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X, formerly known as Twitter, for more and all your Batavia Muckdogs content. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel because it's not only the broadcast you can see, but the videos for interviews with players and coaches and much, much more. Now in the box for Batavia following a foul ball off the visitors' clubhouse is number 8, Miles Monell.
Grayson Miles Manel has played in 9 games. He started in 9 with a 2.96 batting average, 27 at-bats, 8 of them being hits. Has a triple, and he's also got 7 RBIs so far.
So 1-2 for Monell. Ball that won't find the zone, 2-2. So 2-2 count. Delivery from Ryan. Fouled off again. Rinse and repeat. And I mean, how many foul balls have we already lost? Like, not ones that have been able to stay in play, but these foul balls are long gone. And a shortened game, we've already lost a lot of them. Sent to short. Play it first. Had to reach off slightly, able to stay on the bag for an out. Now up for the Muckdogs, number 31, Jeremy Ramos, your extra hitter for today. Comes into a situation with 1 out, no one on. 8th in the batting order. Braden Redmond, Brian Johnson are on standby. Fouled off.
Jeremy Ramos has played in 6 games. He started in 6. He's got a 3.55 average in 17 at-bats. He's got 6 hits, a double with 5 RBIs.
Strike looking 0-2. Upstairs 1-2. Foul off. Count stays 1-2. driven to center field. It's shallow, but able to make the jog was number 45, Connor Vercoloni, for the second out from the Oilers defense.
Heading ninth in the order, the first baseman and our only sit-man in the game, number 7, Braden Redmond.
Number 7, first baseman Braden Redmond shows face in the batter's box for the first time today. Takes a crack at the first pitch, and it's driven straight to the first baseman. The throw to the pitcher, wow! Oh! Wow.
Yeah, he's got to be safe. I disagree with that one. I thought he had it there. Now we got both coaches out, and they have every right to argue this call right now. I thought he was there.
Coach Wasserman ignited. Now Coach Skips is too. The first baseman for the Oilers, Denny Martin, scooped it up. He looked like he was going to jog to the bag. Saw that Braden Redmond was moving, tossed it to the pitcher, who was behind him.
Yep, and
it is an out, but wow, he was behind him in the chase, and they say didn't apply the tag, but touched the base before Redmond, which is very surprising given the fact that it was visible that Redmond had the lead in that sprint towards the base.
Exactly, he ran it out. He did his job to perfection. Pitcher was running over to it, and he beat the pitcher by him. I just don't agree with that call. I don't know how you call it out in that situation.
I'm not sure either, but we move on to the fourth inning. Your scores 0-0. No one's quite got hot yet. Right now, only one hit apiece for each team, and we'll be back for the top of the fourth in just a moment.
Order for the Batavia Muckdogs.
Feeding the pack.
Gotta feed the pack.
Go dogs.
Go dogs.
We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Top of the fourth, starting things off for the Oilers, swinging with a swing and miss. Nope. Not exactly sure what that signal was, but because it may fouled off. But hold on. Wasn't really looking. I was looking down at my papers.
All we know is that's a strike. All we know that's a strike.
Yep. Driven, Thomas Bates able to drive that one. It stays fair in right field, and he's held up at 1. So another hit, the second one for the Oilers this game so far, courtesy of Thomas Bates. Now up number 32, first baseman Denny Martin.
First baseman number 32, Denny Martin.
Ball outside. 1-0. Pickoff attempt at first. He's safe. Again, during the commercial break, Skips the dugout, still having a few choice of words for the umpire. That's driven over to first, gets by, trickles to right field. Jalen David, arm and a throw. It gets by the third baseman. Wow, that was the one thing I was about to look out for is if I know one thing about David in the outfield, he's got a cannon. Safe at third, though, so runners on the corners. Smart play by Mason Davey to get behind Inman in case that ball was overthrown or anything. It wasn't, just slightly low. Inman wasn't able to scoop it, trickled by him, but no more runners advance. Runners on the corners, following a base hit from Denny Martin. Now up number 52, catcher Antonio Cordero.
Yeah, runners in the corner. I actually love this situation in terms of base running because you try to figure out where the catcher is going to go. Is he going to gun it for second? Is he not going to throw it? Is he going to try to fake him out? Maybe throw it at third. There's just so many options you can do when there's corner runners with one in scoring position.
0-1 count. But you did see Romick coming out, standing up, giving a signal to his infield. That's too high upstairs, 1-1. You saw him come out, make the signal, and like he said, you got to be wary of how he's going to approach this. Because runners on the corners, no outs as well, plays into a factor. They're going to send Martin to second. The throw there would leave a wide open opportunity for Thomas Bates. Fouled off, so 1-2. 1-2, no outs. Cordero. That's strike three. One looking, and that's the first out. That's some momentum for the Muckdogs, trying to get out of this situation. Number 26, though, left fielder Aiden Willard. He's trying to capitalize on the situation, should I say.
Yep,
it's all about perspective.
Yep, you still have those runners in the corners, though. I really wonder what they're going to do in this situation. But the runner at first in the season right now does not have a stolen base, so it's still really hard to tell if he'll send it. But this is a team that just does not have a lot of runners that have a good amount of stolen bases.
Right now, fresh count. Willard, again, runners on the corner situation, one out. Fouled off, 0-1. But it will come down to Cordero if he wants to steal, like you were mentioning in terms of stealing. He's not stolen a bag so far on the season. He's going here. This could be his first. The throw there. Whoa.
Oh my goodness. There's another one.
Play there. He's called safe. The throw was right on the dot, but I believe he got under the tag for that, but close call there.
I don't know. The only thing I can say is that the throw was just a little too high for Monell to make that play. All right, we had a fan get a warning right there. That's why we stopped right there. But the only thing I could say is that I just thought the throw was a little high in that situation. But now you got runners, both runners in scoring position. The pop fly ball can result in a tag up. So just get the job done on the pitching performance right now. 1-2 count for Davey. Getting a strikeout here would be a very perfect situation.
We'll see how it goes. But again, 1-2. Again, you did see the fan there get a warning. He's been playing umpire from the seats. 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Got quite a decent crowd, and that's played into the noise of, these umpires' decisions. 2-2 for Willard. Fouled off. Yep, fouled off.
That would have been a home run right there if that stayed fair. You could just tell by the sound of the bat. Got another lifeline here, 2-2. Now you just got to finish him here.
Rinse and repeat. We'll do it again. The 2-2 pitch fouled off, rinse and repeat, and the cycle keeps going, refusing to go down easy. Get 2 runners in scoring position after the first stolen bag. Cordero. Swing and a miss. And that's huge. Back-to-back strikeouts from Davey. Sends his regards. But now up 23, Derek Stott.
6 strikeouts on the day. Right now he's doing his job. You don't have to worry about the bullpen yet. And right now this is a big at-bat right now. First scoring opportunity for both teams. 2 outs though, so we'll see. Dave can hopefully get the job done.
7 strikeouts on the day. Swing and a miss for Stott. His designated hitter had a strikeout looking in his first plate appearance. Now 2-out situation. You mentioned the fly out was been taken away. The sac fly is no longer in regards. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And now the fans are on the good side here. They're clapping and enjoying it now. Oh, 2. Woo! She's gone. Send her back to the dugout. Able to get back to back to back strikeouts. Courtesy of Mason Davey brings an end to the top of the 4th. Your score is still 0-0 with 2 runners left on in that inning, as well as 2 hits from the Oilers. But again, what's important is those zeros held to the Oilers, but Batavia, they're going to looking to change that number for the bottom of the 4th when we come back in a moment.
Hey man, welcome to Whole Life. How you doing?
What is this place?
Oh, don't worry. It's the best gym you can find in the Batavia area. Open free weights at any point, anytime. Don't forget, this gym is open for 24 hours. Don't worry, if you're not even just trying to use weights, you can use calisthenics as well. But again, official gym of your Batavia Muckdogs for a reason.
Where do I sign up?
Don't worry, let me bring you to the front desk. We don't want you to like coming here. We want you to love coming here. Batavia Downs, official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
All right, Dewey, what are we thinking here?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm great, how are you?
Good. Are you guys all set?
Yes, we are ready.
Okay, what can I start you with to drink?
To drink, can we just get 2 waters, please?
Of course. And then did you decide on your meals?
Yes, we are ready, aren't we, Dewey?
Wonderful. What can I get for you?
Can we start with the Alex's Cut?
Of course. All right. What else can I get for you?
Dewey?
Ribs?
Dewey will take Alex's famous baby back pork ribs.
Fantastic.
Try Alex's Ribs at Alex's Place, the official sponsor of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Number 52, left fielder Brian Johnson in the box, 1-1 count. Coming out of the commercial break, able to find the crease between third and short for a leadoff hit for the bottom of the 4th for the Muckdogs. We've reached the top of the order. Second go around of the carousel, Jalen David, number 50, right fielder. Strikeout in his first at bat. Started things off right, Brian Johnson. Able to find the pocket. That's a bowling term brought to baseball. Between shortstop and third. Swing and a miss for Jalen David. Makes it strike 1. Brian Johnson on the season. He has 3 stolen bags. Not been caught. Takeoff attempt here, close, but dropped the ball still, but he was still called safe nonetheless. A 1 count remaining. No change. The 0-1 shows bunt. David, that's popped up off the bat. And it's
going to stay fair.
Wow! Bocce ball. It works. And he reaches first with a bunt.
Gosh, Grayson, give a little bit of a flashback. We saw in the Red Wings game, Glenn Brooks had like that absolutely beautiful bunt down the third base line. We just saw another one, this time from Jalen David, the other speed threat on this team. This team could do everything.
That one just off the bat high. It seemed like maybe Ryan had a chance to get underneath it. He doesn't. And that ball just lands in the grass, rolls a little, looked like maybe it would go foul, but no, it stops perfectly on that less than 4 inches of dirt or whatever. I'm not exactly sure. I don't have a ruler, but I'm going to say 6 inches of dirt between the infield grass and the foul line. And it sat and came to a standstill. Strike 1, controversial strike 1, should I say, 0-1. For now, number 11, Evan Brock. He's got 2 runners on, no outs. The 0-1 pitch. Inside, he's able to get a piece of it with the bat. It's fouled off, and that one was loud. Right overhead us. 0-2.
Gives us a good little wake-up call in there, right there.
Oh, 2 count for Brock. Still down at second. No one covers the bag. Fouled off. Rinse and repeat. The 0-2. Oh, 2 for Evan Brock once more. Delivery. Driven. Little hop there to the second baseman. The play at first. It's a wild throw. Gets by. Brian Johnson will score, and Evan Brock will reach second off the error. Umpires coming to talk over to one of the players.
I think he's asking for a runner interference right there. He thought that the runner kind of ruined his throw right there that led to the pass ball right now, and now the coach is coming out to also argue the same call.
My thoughts exactly. Again, Brian Johnson able to score off the error, the throw. Towards first base.
Yep, now they're meeting together now.
So again, a single for Brock off the fielder's choice. That one was driven to second base. And it had a hop and a skip there. And a jump, if you want to add that in there. Thomas Bates able to read it perfectly, though. Field it. Play was made at second when he dumped it off to the shortstop. Got Jalen David out. Brian Johnson, though, scores, moving from third to home, and Evan Brock first to second off the error. Now a lot of heat talk from the dugout. And now Blues got the fans on his side talking back to the opposing coach. Keeps on talking, getting some warnings. And he's still out there talking.
Yeah, we're seeing both coaches get heated now. Both people having calls that are really affecting these games right now. But obviously, fans before were booing this ref before. Now they're just giving him cheers as we want to see him thrown out. But I think that's it right now. There's the end of Chapter 2 of coaches meeting with the refs, umpires.
No one flares
Have I forgot to mention that your Muckdogs are on
and
the
temperatures
scoreboard?
rising from both dugouts. But it doesn't matter. The Batavia Muckdogs lead 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth. 1 out, 1 runner on. That's Evan Brock, who reached second off the error. And up to bat in the box, number 2, your third baseman, Jackson Inman. And that's a, whoa, a pitch that was very high and very wild. Goes behind Inman, behind him too. That's 1-0 count, but again.
Yeah, this game's getting a little chippy, and especially we can't forget that there's also a second game after this, so we'll see how it keeps going.
Inman drives that one to the first baseman. He can do it himself this time for the second out. But Evan Brock now stands on third, able to advance the runner. Glenn Brooks, your center fieldman, he's now to bat once more. A fly out in his first go. Comes to a situation of 2 outs. Evan Brock over at third. Swing and a miss for pitch number 1. He wants that one back. Fouled off 0-2. Pitch for Glenn Brooks to keep the inning alive and possibly bring in Evan Brock. That's a ball outside. 1-2. A 1-2 from Ryan. Delivery driven towards right field, foul. One of the bigger kids got it. That kid looks to have a beard and full paying job. Able to give it off to one of the younger ones. 1-2 though, rinse and repeat.
And now they're playing catch with each other. A baseball making friends.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Brings an end to the bottom of the fourth. But at least the Batavia Muckdogs have a lead going 1-0. Heading to the 5th inning when we come back.
Fans, once again, it's time to pay attention to a guy they call Mad Dog.
In support of the Batavia Muckdogs, we would like to thank these corporate sponsors and community partners. Alex's Place, Allegheny Farm Services, AmeriGroup, Arc of Glow, Ashley Furniture, Batavia Downs, Batavia Foot Care Center, Batavia's Original, Best Choice Heating and Air, Bikers Against Child Abuse, Von Traeger Auctioneer, Bourbon and Burger, Bright Path Kids, Bully Hill Vineyards, Burger King, Casella Waste, Salino Plumbing, Chaplain Valley Equipment, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Crosby's, Daily News, Dave's Ice Cream, Easttown Beverage, Eli Fish Brewing Company, Everdry Waterproofing, Farm Credit East, Burrell Gas, Ficarella's Pizza, Frank's Call Mr. Plumber, Freed Maxick, Genesee Community College, Geico, Local Batavia Office, Genesee County Chamber of Commerce, Genesee Lumber, Genesee Penny Saver, Go Health, Good Life, Graham Corporation, HB Hood, Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. J. Leonard McAndrew Funeral Home, Ken Barrett Chevrolet, Leaf Guard, Liberty Pumps, Louis J. Lang and Sons, Massive Testing, Mental Health Association of Genesee and Orleans, Magaveros Automotive, M Power Agency, Next Era Energy, Northside Deli, New York School for the Blind, Oak Orchard Health, Oakwood Hills, OACA Milk Products, Olacy's, Overhead Door, PNCG, Pellegrino Auto Sales, RFG Associates, Skyworks, Stan's Harley Davidson, Stop DWI, Suburban Propane, TF Browns, Tompkins Bank of Castile, Tonawanda Valley Federal Credit Union, Toyota of Batavia, Trevor R. Rowley State Farm, Tri-County Auto Glass, Tully's, United Memorial Medical Center, UR Wilmot Cancer Institute, WBTA, Wright Beverage, and the YMCA. Thank you for your continued support of the Batavia Muckdogs.
Leading things off for the Olean Oilers, number 31, Brady Smith. He's got the 0-1. Make that 0-2. Again, we remind you folks that doubleheaders, 7 innings each. So we're not going 9. We're the equivalent of the 7th inning, if you want to call it, or however you want to think about that one. That one chopped back to Davey. Davey, underhand toss. He's got him. So he can pitch. We've seen him hit. Now we've seen him make plays with a putout, with the ground out. Number 15, Will Watson comes in. Fly out in his first at bat. 1 out is the situation he takes on with no one on. Sky high foul. 0-1. Shows bunt. Not able to get it down and play 0-2. Trying to take a page from Jalen David's book. Does not work. 0-2, 1 out. Mason Davey. Not able to find it. That top half of the box. 1-2. Driven to Inman. He scoops it with a one-hand glove. Wow. And that's another put out with the ground out. 2 outs just like that. 2 up, 2 down. Now up, Matt Buffalo. Comes up with 2 outs. No one on. They're trying to make this light work. Ball down near the dirt makes this 1-0. Too high upstairs, 2-1 or 2-0, excuse me. Ball 3, 3-0. Seen the situation once before. He was able to climb back. Full count and finish it off. Gets that lower right, 3-1. Swing and a miss. Are we seeing a little bit of deja vu? I'll hold off on it until, you know, I won't say it like it happened just yet. But the full count payoff, swing and a miss, and now I can. Deja vu. A strikeout brings an end to the 5th inning in a blink of an eye for the Oilers. They're still down 1-0. Heading to the bottom of the 5th, and that's now the 9th strikeout for Mason Davey. We'll stay on air here to look over your upcoming schedule for the Batavia Muckdogs, and it's an interesting one. So again, of course, you always have us 30 minutes after this game ends for game number 2 in this doubleheader, so don't go anywhere once this broadcast comes to a conclusion. But Monday, the Muckdogs, they go back to the doghouse for a nice restful day, hopefully a nice big bone. But on Tuesday, starts off a 13-game streak at Auburn, at Niagara, Canada, and at Jamestown Tuesday through Wednesday, 3 games away. So you'll be stuck with us for quite some time. Then we bring it back home Friday to host Buffalo in an out-of-conference play game. Saturday, June 27th, hosting Niagara, Canada in a doubleheader for the rain makeup earlier this month. More specifically, we're looking at June 14th. The rain makeup then will be brought here Saturday, starting at 4:30. Again, 30 minutes after that game comes to a conclusion, we'll resume for Game 2. Sunday at Newark, 5 p.m., and then Monday, another out-of-conference game hosting Syracuse. Now the bottom of the 5th, here we go. Leading things off will be Cooper Romick. Cooper Romick, a flyout in his first at-bat, fouls the first pitch off for an 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2 now. The 0-2, again, Carrick Ryan, he's still out there. That's ball outside for 1-2. One-two delivery. Can't get that one to sit down. 2-2. Driven, and it's going to get down over the head of the shortstop, reaches the outfield grass, and that's a single for Romick. Now up, designated hitter number 16, James Quintero.
Grayson, you want to know something we haven't seen a lot this game? Stolen bases. Cooper Romick has 6 stolen bases right now. I think right now is the perfect time to really take an attempt, test the catcher's arm, and try to see if you can steal a bag here.
We'll see if your test of a stolen bag is put through the scientific method, but fouled off for Quintero, 0-1. Pitch and deal, sky high, just into the outfield grass over in left. And the shortstop able to locate it, do a little dance and a little bit of shimmy here and there, but still able to find underneath it for the first out. Shortstop number 8, Miles Manel, reappears once more. Ball outside, 1-0. Another one that won't find its way to the framing. 2-0. Swing and miss, though, here. Moves the count 2-1. Two-one count. Stare at first. Nothing from Ryan, fouled off 2-2. Can Ryan, as a left-handed pitcher, will always have that advantage with runners over at first. So I know you brought up stealing. Maybe a little hesitation there with the fact that Ryan is left-handed.
I still believe it's going to happen.
I do like your faith. Cooper Romick does have 6 stolen bases, fouled off again. So 2-2, rinse and repeat. Those 6 stolen bases are good for third on the team. So there's a tie in first between Jalen David and Glenn Brooks at 15 apiece. That's driven towards third, able to make the play a second, the play in first. They got him there. And the coaches are not happy, but given the already flared temperatures and tension from really both dugouts and their coaching staff, I think he's going to let that one go and not put up a fight. But again, another out brings an end to the bottom of the fifth. Your score, 1-0. Batavia still leads heading to the top of the sixth. Again, 7 innings to be played, so the window and the door is closing fast for the Oilers. They just need one to tie things up, but Mason Davey, he's making sure that's not happening so easily. We'll see when we come back in a second. Go to the TV timeout. That's the far right one. Far right.
Yep, and then the weather ones.
Yeah, and then the weather ticker. I got us both. Starting things off for the Oilers, Connor Riccoloni. Ball one with a pitch down towards the dirt. Mason Davey, of course, he's still out there. He's been able to hold down the fort. His pitch inside, 2-0. He's got 9 strikeouts on the day. There's strike one, 2-1. Only allowed 3 hits. Of course, your scoreboard reads no runs. Only walked a batter once. Ball down low towards the dirt, 3-1.
Grayson, I'll really look into the future. If he comes out of this situation with another 0 right now, do you keep him in the top of the 7th, or do you maybe go for a closer to try to get the save?
Able to get a strike there, so full count. I mean, right now, given the fact that 9 strikeouts with 19 batters faced, I'm not sure that's too high upstairs, and that's a walk. And that's Connor's second walk. So only 2 walks so far from Davey. Both of those going for Coloni. I'm not exactly too sure because definitely came in today. Saw just like different usage of the bullpen, should I say, in yesterday's game against the Americans in Niagara. Pickoff attempt at first, no good. Up to bat, number 7, Connor O'Mara. You questioned if that would have anything to do with today's game, but so far Mason Davies been the only one. He's had to use his arm, and he's continuing the deal, and he's doing it well, so I'm not too sure.
Right, and you also got to think, you also have Woodley and Beaver ready to go. That's their 2 closers right there. They didn't have to use them yesterday for Niagara. So you do have them both available for both games if it gets to that situation.
I would like to think that they would bring in a closer just to ensure fresh arm, and that given the fact that they're only up 1, it would most likely bring in a closer. Shows bunt. He's able to lay it down. Romick on the throw. It's not in time, so successful play for the Oilers. Puts 2 on now with a bunt from O'Mara. Number 20, Thomas Bates, comes to the batter's box. No outs, 2 on, 1 in scoring position.
Yeah, Grayson, right now, this is not the person that you want up to bat. If you're Batavia, in terms of Olean right now, yes, he does have the K and also the single today, but he leads the team in batting average. He's played in 11 games, and he started all 11. He's got 8 RBIs. That is good for tied for second with the team, but you always got to be scared of that high batting average number in these situations.
We'll see if it's able to strike fear. Mason Davey struck him out once so far. He's 1 for 2 on the day for Bates. Shows bunt. He's able to lay it down, but it's foul. Wouldn't be surprised if we see another one of those. 0-1 count.
Yep, he tried catching him off guard there, but now Batavia Muckdogs are ready to go. But if you're pinching in, especially like what the third base does right now, that opens like a very possible situation for 2 stolen bases right there, where the third baseman is going to have to do a longer run and still be able to get behind the bag, get the tag in time for that runner at second.
0-1 count. Shows bunt again on cue. That's fouled off. I wasn't surprised with that one. The script was kind of in front of the Muckdogs. Even if he gets that bunt out over at first for Coloni, he's going to have the head start, and they're going to have to throw first to try to get the out, unless that ball went down the third baseline, which wasn't trying to intend to do, but 0-2 now. So we'll take that script, put it in the shredder for Thomas Bates. Fouled off. I mean, simple math in baseball. You get the punt down, you're thrown out first. That's only 1 out, but now 2 runners in scoring position, second and third. No force out on the next play, except for first base. But
yeah,
simple baseball. They're trying to play short ball, but it did not work. The 0-2 for Bates. That's driven deep to Glenn Brooks. He's able to get underneath it. No tag up. So no runners move and a fly out for Bates. Number 32, first baseman Deddy Martin. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He comes back for the third go-round. And Skips is coming out to talk with Davey. This looks like, we mentioned about looking into the future. After a little deliberation in my mind, before we really saw things going with 2 on, it was kind of on the wall that Davey, his day would come to an end to ensure this game stays in the Muckdogs' favor. And here it is. Mason Davies' day will come to an end in his place. Number 6, Eric Woodley. Listen, Davey getting his flowers from the crowd. He finishes the day with 5 1/3 innings complete, 4 hits allowed, no runs, of course, no earned runs. Just felt like saying that for fun. 2 walks, 9 strikeouts, 5 of those being looking, 22 batters faced.
Yep, Woodley on this team is one of the 4 pitchers that's got a perfect 0 ERA right now. He's got a win, but he also's got a loss. In 7 appearances, he's got 1 save, 10 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 runs, but he has 14 strikeouts in the season right now. That is good for 3rd. Yep, 3rd in the season so far.
Woodley so far, like you said, referring to his stats. Last time we saw his appearance, that's dating back to June 16th. He closed out a 16-14 battle win against the Geneva Red Wings. He was given the win, credited the win, pitching 1 2/3 innings, allowing no hits, no runs, 5 strikeouts, with 6 batters faced. Look even more in depth on his stats. Strikeouts per 9, he's got a 12.5. Walks per 9, only a 1.78. So he's good at what he does. He already has a save on the season, like you mentioned. He's done it plenty of times, and we'll see if he gets another one credit to him here.
Yep, right now at the bat is Danny Martin. He's got runners on 2nd and 1st. 1 out, though, so right now they're not guessing bunt, so.
Driven. Gets by Redmond over at first. It's all the way to right field, and he's going home. Jalen David with the cannon to throw. Collision with Blue from the runner. He's safe. Gets around the tag. Time called. So the first pitch from Eric Woodley is able to get a hit courtesy of Denny Martin. Gets by Redmond, who had to quickly move off where he was standing off of. Try to backhand it, isn't able to. It slips out. Jalen David with the throw. Good throw on point, but just able to miss the tag. Cooper Romick really wasn't on him. The spin around, and it was more Connor Riccoloni who was able to get around the tag and avoid it to get in the tying run. It's a 1-1 game now with runners on the corners. And 1 out for 52, Antonio Cordero.
Yeah, and Grayson, the more you see like these players and stuff, the more you get film on them. And Woodley loves setting the tone early with that fastball with his first pitch, and Martin just knew it was coming, and he knew that he had to take that opportunity and swing the bat, and it was a soft ball, but it was good enough to get by, and obviously you had Vercoloni, who's got some wheels on this team, scoring the run because of it.
Driven high to center. Glenn Brooks, he's got it, the tag up. The throw caught by the cutoff man, but now 2 runners score for the Oilers. So the script now flipped. The Oilers lead by 1. Now up though, number 26, Aiden Willard. Willard's 0 for 2. Down in the dirt for the first pitch, 1-0 count. Fielder's choice and a strikeout. This game just got interesting, though, as the Oilers put up 2 After Woodley comes in, that's driven high to center field. To Glenn Brooks, calls everyone off, and he's got it. So brings it in. Only 2 runs in for the Oilers, but 2 runs is enough. The Oilers take a lead, 2-1 heading to the bottom of the 6th. Now the pressure switches sides, and the Muckdogs have to come up with an answer. We'll see if they do so in just a moment. Fans, we'd like to remind you that Rochester Regional Health is the official healthcare provider for your Batavia Muckdogs. Next time you need medical attention, make sure you visit Rochester Regional Health for all your medical needs. As well, fans, 2026 season tickets are on sale right now. Come be part of Muckdogs Mafia. Season tickets have a no-waste policy and start at just $99. Call 585-524-2260 to get your seats today. We turn our attention to the field. Pitching change for the Oilers. In the place for Carrick Ryan is number 42, Brock Wenzel. Brock Wenzel comes in today, a 20.25 ERA. He's appeared 3 times. Paired 3 times, has a loss recorded against him. One start in those 3 appearances. Pitched to complete 4 innings flat, allowing 10 hits, 9 runs, only recording, if I'm reading this correctly, no strikeouts. So interesting bullpen call here. We'll see if short sample size, so only 4 innings, so can't take it just by the numbers. But 2-1 leading things off for the Muckdogs. So that's a ball in the dirt for ball number 1, 1-0 count. So I was saying, leading things off, Jeremy Ramos. Fouled off. So 1-1. Again, the Batavia Muckdogs have this bottom of the 6th, and then 1 more inning of baseball to at least tie things up. Swing and a miss, 1-2. 7-inning games with double headers. So they don't have too much time left on the clock. Whatever sport you want to use in terminology for that, I'm going with basketball in that term. Swing and a miss for strike 3 for Ramos. Now up Braden Redmond, number 7, your first baseman. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Only 2nd plate appearance, and that's fouled off. On deck, Brian Johnson. He's the one who is accountable for the 1 on the scoreboard for the Muckdogs. Swing and a miss for 0-2. He was able to reach home off the error. The fielder's choice hit from Evan Brock. And that's drop strike 3. The throw to first. On the mark and in time. 2 outs now. Bryant Johnson is 1 for 1 on the day. He comes up to the plate with 2 outs, no one on.
And Grayson, he's right now just getting the job done with his off-speed pitch right now. Just constant. It looks like a curveball going straight down to the ground every pitch right now. And right now the Muckdogs are struggling to get a hit on that pitch.
And that's a pitch that's too low, 1-0. That's why I said before, after reading Wenzel's numbers, never go just by the stats. He's got 2 strikeouts. Driven, picked up by the third baseman, able to get there in the throw in time for the out. So good snag from number 5, Matt Buffalo. Scoop and get the put out over at first, but brings a quick and abrupt end for the Muckdogs. And at bat, the 7th inning will be the decider here between the two. The Oilers have a chance to make it larger than a 1-run lead, should I say. They have 3 outs, though, for the Muckdogs. That's all they need. And then a run to tie it up, or 2 to take the win. We'll see what happens. For now, we'll stay on air for a little read from our sponsors.
For all of your ticket information. This season you can connect with the dogs like never before with exclusive.
Go Health New York would like to ask you, has your child been tested for lead? The only way to know if your child has lead poisoning is to get them tested. All children should be tested at ages 1 and 2. Talk to your healthcare provider or the lead poisoning prevention staff from the Genesee County Health Department at 585-344-2580, extension of 5555, about a blood lead test for your child today, or for more information on transportation to get tested. Mental Health Association. Wellness on the Go, WNGO, offers mobile mental health supports through Medicaid managed care plans across Niagara, Genesee, and Orleans counties. For more information or to make a referral, call us at 585-345-0448.
Leading off the top of the 7th for Olean, number 23, Jarrett Stott.
Leading things off for Olean, Derek Stott. Again, the score 2-1. Playing in Olean's favor. Swing and a miss. Eric Woodley coming in for Mason Davey. Unfortunately, has not worked out. So when Eric Woodley came in, 2 runners were able to score. Driven to third, that's foul. So 2 rinse and repeat. Yo, 2. Strike 3. Has him looking. That's the 3rd strikeout. Unfortunately, Derek Stott, designated hitter, hasn't had himself a day that he quite wanted to go to plan, but we'll move on from that without overlooking. Brady Smith, your extra hitter. He comes up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the day as well.
You know, there is also a second game, so maybe we will see him in that second
Driven
game.
the shortstop, Miles Manella, able to scoop. Throwing time. 2 up, 2 down, just like that. Number 15, right fielder Will Watson. He's 0 for 2, and he comes back to the plate.
Next up, number 15, Will Watson, right fielder.
That's strike 101 for Watson. Oh, 2 with a foul ball. Right now, Eric Woodley trying to finish off 3 up, 3 down. Check swing, he went. It's a strike anyways. And that's 3 up, 3 down, able to complete the gauntlet just like that. But now the harder part. Batavia Muckdogs, they're down 1. They have 1 chance left. They need 1 run. Again, doubleheaders only go to 7 innings. So this is it. Everything on the line here.
But Grayson, they got a beautiful opportunity right now. It's the top of the lineup right now is Jalen David, Evan Brock, and Inman. These are 3 batters that got high averages on this team. And then you also have Glenn Brooks, Cooper Romick. After that, you just need 2 runs in that situation. And right now, you got your top of the order up to hopefully get the job done.
We'll see if they're able to come back from it. Right now, part of the order you're talking about, Jalen David, he's 1 for 2 on the day. Evan Brock, he's 0 for 2. Jackson Inman, he's 1 for 2 for your next 3. It's going to be an interesting finish and a close one at that. Again, it all comes down to here. 7 innings of play brings an end to a doubleheader game here at Dwyer Stadium. Hope you're enjoying what you've been able to see so far. The Muckdogs need a little bark. Up to bat, number 50, Jalen David.
We need 1 run to tie, 2 runs to win. Let's hear it for the leadoff batter, right fielder, number 50, Jalen David.
Again, still out there on the mound. Brock Wenzel, number 42. David watches strike number 1, 0-1 count. Another one that catches the lower frame, 0-2. Just like that. The 0-2. That's outside. The at-bat continues. For now, 1-2. That's driven, but just foul. Stayed fair off the first hop, the second hop. Just barely left side of the third base bag. Rinse and repeat the 1-2 count. Able to get a piece. Wenzel came in on the day. He was already able to strike out the first 2 batters he's faced. With an assisted ground out. Get out Brian Johnson. The 1-2 to David, though, that's popped up. Is it in play? No. One-two again for Jalen David. Hear the crowd getting into this. One-two pitch. It's ripped to third. It was a little slow. The throw to first. Can't get a hold of it, and he's safe. Able to run it out, and it proves to be smart. It was ripped to third into the grass, and it must have cost something. It only trickled as much as it was there. Whatever got in the way, but it was slow rolling, and the throw from number 5, Matt Buffalo. Didn't have the throw on the mark, nonetheless, to Denny Martin over at first. Jalen David reaches first. With a single. He's now on in the tying run. The leading run at the plate. Number 11, Evan Brock. He's 0 for 2, a flyout and a fielder's choice. That's driven, finds the gap, left and center, Jalen David. He's going 3. And Evan Brock is at first. Good single that's crushed between left and center. Able to find grass, not leather. Just like that. The Muckdogs, they're knocking on the front door.
And I also think that that's Wenzel's day right now. We are seeing the coach walk out. They got somebody in the bullpen who looks ready to go. I'm assuming it's their closer. Grayson, if you could find that number, we could say number to name.
Netting always makes it hard, but I believe that's number 13. Yes, number 13. Nope, excuse me. Yes, can't confirm.
All right.
Number 13, Mark Holm. Senior left-handed pitcher, sitting at 6 foot, 190 pounds. Hometown, Bracebridge, Ontario, Canada. Attends College of St. Bonaventure.
Oh. Division I school. Well, he's got 4 appearances right now. He's got a perfect 0 ERA right now, 1 save, 8 innings pitched, 7 walks, and 15 strikeouts.
So there's the change, bringing out Wenzel. He comes out. The pitching change was, no, because we go back to it, and you could definitely hear the curiosity in my voice when they did bring out Brock Wenzel. Given the fact that when I was reading his stats, it didn't seem like the kind of guy that you brought in for a closer. Is that one too high? And you can hear the fans trying to get in his head in his warm-ups. Again, we look at the finishing stats until the inning comes to an end. We might not know about the runs, but until now, Brock Wenzel, he pitched a full 1 inning, 2 hits allowed, no runs just yet, 2 strikeouts, of 5 batters faced. He served well in that full inning against Ramos, Brandon Redmond, and Brian Johnson, where he had back-to-back strikeouts. And then Brian Johnson with a ground out, but since then he's allowed 2 hits. In the top of the 7th, Jalen David and Evan Brock of courtesy now has a runner in scoring position, of course, Jalen David, the speedster. Evan Brock able to rip one over to left center. Trying to flip this game on its head one more time. It's a question. Muckdogs are heads, and the Oilers are tails. Flipped it once. It was heads, then we flipped it again. It was tails, and it's a question of, it's kind of in the air right now. It's for you to decide at home what you want to call it. I'm going to guess most of the people on the broadcast would much prefer the Muckdogs, so tails would be the right call here.
Yep, and right now your next 3 batters, you got Inman, you got Brooks, you got Romick. Right now, you got runners on the corner right now. Only need 2 runs right now. Person at first being Evan Brock is your leading run and the winning run of today because of the 7 innings.
Tying run, Jalen David. The leading run, Evan Brock over at first. Here we go. Jackson Inman. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He was caught stealing in the first inning. That's strike 1 for the first pitch. Can hear again the crowd getting into it. They want to play a factor. They seem to be all game already. The 0-1 pitch. That's down towards the dirt. 1-1. Again, Mark Holm came in as the closer. After Brock Wenzel with back-to-back hits. Pickoff attempt at first. No. Not in time. You can see also on the camera the crowd. It's not more or less hearing, but just seeing it. Able to shake the camera using the bleachers to make some noise. The 1-1 pitch is outside. 2-1. Driven foul. Two. Jackson Inman. That's down near the dirt. It gets by. Jalen David slides in. He's safe. It's all tied up. 2-2. The wild pitch brings in Jalen David for the score. Evan Brock also able to advance. He's now in second in scoring position.
Also now the game-winning run right now. Jackson Inman now full count here.
Wait, excuse me. 1 second, just checking. Okay. So a little correction. Cooper Russell came in for Evan Brock as a pinch runner. Sorry for missing that one. Notice that was not Evan Brock, but Cooper Russell is out there. Fouled off, number 2, Jackson Inman. So rinse and repeat the full count. But again, Cooper Russell over on second. Missed that during the pitching change. Slipped by. But again, full count for Jackson Inman. Runner on second in scoring position. It's all tied up. Payoff. That's upstairs. Ball 4. Take your walk and 2-on. Inman now at first. No outs, 2-on. And Glenn Brooks.
Now we have both the pitcher and the catcher meeting together and the batter and Coach Skips meeting together. Both teams knowing the situation right now. Worst situation is you hit a double play right here. But right now, stolen base could also be an option in this situation here. Obviously, you don't want to be too aggressive right now. But you do have 0 outs. Worst case scenario, you just do not want to hit into a double play right now.
Inman over at first. Cooper Russell at second. Tied game, no outs. And Glenn Brooks at the plate. Mark Holm delivers, shows bunt, and that's fouled off. We'll see if he does it again. Trying to advance the runners. Last thing you need here is any kind of ugly shot within the infield that could result in a double play. The 0-1. Shows bunt, pulls it back. It's ball 1-1. Every pitch, every at bat can hear this crowd whether they want to or not. It's playing into effect, and they're playing it well. 1-1, he's shown bunt twice. Wouldn't be surprised for a third time. Shows it again, fouled off. It seems like the catcher for the Oilers, a little breather, maybe went through the gear. Cordero, he's all right. Well, just hang out, take a breather. Sometimes it just slips through. Seems like it maybe got him in the mask. But 1-2. For Glenn Brooks, and he's going to have to look to swing now. He's ready, and so is Holm. The 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. That's the first out. Glenn Brooks with the strikeout. Cooper Romick. Catcher. Or actually, nope. Cooper Romick. Maybe I saw a motion for a pinch, but no. Cooper Romick.
And also now on deck, kind of saw it a little bit. We might have to confirm it later. I think not Cooper Romick, Joey Socorro is coming in for James Quintero to pinch hit in the next at bat.
We'll see right now. Again, 1 out is the situation. 2 on, first pitch. Outside. 1-0. I can't tell you your hypothesis is correct. Joey Socorro. He's on deck. Replace James Quintero as a pinch hitter. One-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. There goes the runners. The throw at third. Too high. He has to jump up to snag it. And everyone advances. 2 runners in scoring position for the Muckdogs. 2-1 count, 1 out. Still at the plate. Nothing changed there. Cooper Romick.
Grayson, now the tag up pop fly is in play right now with 1 out. 2-1 count. You could still be aggressive here on your swings. Now you're just looking for something in the outfield.
2-1. Like you said, a sac fly would end it. Only 7 innings to play. The bunt, able to get it off. The play home. The flick not there. There you go. It works to perfection. And the Muckdogs overcome being up in a tight game. And they're celebrating over there on first base, and rightfully so. Perfectly placed from Cooper Romick with the bunt. It works and brings an end. 3-2 is your final score. Cooper Russell able to hustle, and he gets into home.
Yeah, Grayson, nobody was expecting that play right there to go for the bunt. They were expecting the pop fly to go out to the outfield. What a call by Coach Skip to instead go for a bunt right there. They took a big risk also stealing home, so the ball had to be hit fair in order for it to work. Just what a play by Romick, knowing the situation.
Like you said, I wasn't even expecting that one. But what a play with the perfect play down bunt. We saw that's the second one of the game for the Muckdogs, 3rd one overall, but a lot of short ball, long ball. If you can do everything in between, you're going to be okay. And the Muckdogs able to play it out, get the win. And just like that, the first game here at Dwyer Stadium comes to an end. Don't forget, we have another one. Give or so 30 minutes. We'll be back on air with the new broadcast to air Game 2 of today's doubleheader. Got 7 innings each. The Muckdogs win in a close one. It was well fought, both sides. I mean, Jarrett, I know you just went through it, and there's not as much to usually go through, but just take me through what you thought all game with how these teams approached and what they're able to overcome.
Yeah, it just starts with the glorified pitchers duel right there. Mason Davey and Carter Ryan both pitched unbelievable games. Davey was getting the job done with the strikeouts. Ryan was getting the job done with base hit, with fielding from his team, and that was just an unbelievable game to get the job done. And just what a call by Coach Skip in that situation to bunt the ball in that situation. Nobody was expecting it at all. And now we are going to see another game from these 2 teams in about 30 minutes.
Like you said, 30 minutes. Expect us to get things started. We'll be on air most likely around 6:45, 6:50. The game will start roughly around that time, 6:50 to 7 o'clock. But again, nonetheless, there's more baseball to be played. 7 more innings. Your final score, 3-2. We'll show you the final scoreboard when it gets up and running. But until then, we thank you for joining us for this broadcast. And don't forget, don't miss us too much. We'll be back in 30 minutes when we see you then. Thank you for joining us for Game 1 in the doubleheader.